Now, this war was ill-conceived from the very beginning, and I was in the debate from the very beginning. So I like to point out the first line of my obituary used to read, the last American diplomat to confront Saddam Hussein before the first Gulf War. The first line now, of course, reads, Mr. Valerie Plame, the husband of to have her identity betrayed by our own government. I got into the debate because I thought that, you know, when you're thinking about sending Americans off to die and to kill in the name of the American people, we, the American people who make that decision, have a right to fully understand what it is we're asking them to do it, why we're asking them to do it, and what the potential consequences of our asking them to do it might be. Yeah. And the time to ask those questions and to have that debate is before 3,957 of them have been killed. Yeah. Before 30,000 of them have been wounded. Before we've killed well over 100,000 Iraqis. Before we've created 2 million refugees. Before we spent $500, $600 billion, not afterwards. And what I brought to this debate was the experience of having been there in the first Gulf War. Now, I debated Bill Kristol, he of the Weekly Standard fame, not he of Analyze This, Analyze That fame, but they're both equally ludicrous. I debated Bill Kristol down in Midland, Texas. I later debated him in my hometown of Santa Barbara, California. I'm not sure who won that debate, although after it was over, I sold 200 of my books and he sold 4 of his. But in Midland, Texas, Eleanor Clift moderated the discussion. And at one point, she was taking questions from the audience. And one of the questions was to Bill Kristol, how much time have you spent in the region? To which Bill Kristol replied, I've always believed that on-the-ground experience is highly overrated. That's how we got in this war, ladies and gentlemen. People with no on-the-ground experience, but some fantasy of how it might be. Ideology, trump practical common sense. In this district, and I won't presume because I have not spent a lot of time in this district, so I'm not going to presume to talk about local issues. But I will say that the incumbent in this district, as recently as 2 years ago, was still trying to peddle the fiction on CNN that somehow Saddam Hussein was linked to Osama bin Laden. What a great disservice to his district and to the people who live in this district to just blatantly misstate the facts.